All right, I just got back from Helena. Got a whole whopping 1,200 pounds of fertilizer. I'm gonna finish that 3-4 acres, whatever it is, I ran out yesterday, and then there's another field I'm gonna add to my list, a little 2-acre piece over by mom and dad's that's going to corn. That should be dry enough. It's a different hybrid than everything else I'm gonna plant, but I want to start close to home there. That way, if we need something, tools or whatever, we're right down the road instead of off out in the middle of nowhere. And then get that fertilizer spread out, and I worked another 8 acres last night. This going to corn. So I ran till about 10:30 last night. So I got today to get worked. I have the field we're gonna go finish spreading fertilizer at. I got a 4-acre bean field, or 4-acre field going to beans, and 2-acre fields going to corn. So 11, 15, about 18, no, about 19 acres to get work today. And that'll pretty much, I'll have to look at my list. I'm pretty sure that's everything that's gonna be. I was hoping to get that field, the first field that I was spreading in yesterday, I was hoping to get that planted, but I'm not even gonna worry about it. I got enough stuff to do as it is. But with everything that I will have worked between yesterday and today will be all the stuff that I know that I can think of that would be reasonably dry enough to plant. And this year, reasonably dry enough is a relative term. So this thing should be good. I know I only ran it for an hour and a half yesterday. Oh, yeah. Since I got my oil leak fixed over at the turbo check valve, I haven't had to add a drop of oil to this thing, which has been nice. So I'll get hooked up, and guess I need to get a new bellows for the steering column. But I'll get hooked up here, we'll get going. Shouldn't be a terribly long day if I can get this ground worked, and then there'll be 16 acres of beans to plant. If I get the ground worked and get all the beans planted, so all I got to worry about tomorrow is corn, I'll be happy. All right, got that load of fertilizer spread out. Now I gotta, there should be, hopefully, I was planning on there, I forgot to check, there should still be a bunch of diesel in here. Oh yeah. Not as much as I thought. Should be enough to fill the tractor, but we gotta refuel the white, check it over, and then we can get after it as far as that goes. I'm thinking, since I'm gonna end up over there anyhow, I'm gonna leave that at Mom and Dad's today. Hopefully the weather holds, because it's really chafing my chaps that I haven't got anything done at Grandma and Grandpa's yet, just because every year I try to make sure that the home farm is, if not the first, one of the first farms to get planted, just because, and I'm sure most guys feel about the same way, the home farm is just, that's just what gets planted first, and it's just chafing my chaps that everything over there is too wet to get done. But I think the field behind Mom and Dad's that's going to beans, if it gets one more day of drying as it sits, would be dry enough to work. Again, relative dry enough. I need to pull up to the other side of it. So if I leave the white there and we hopefully get enough, because it shouldn't take me, I'll have about 20, see, there'll be 8 and 11, so 9, no, wait a minute, daggone it, so 19 acres of corn. So I'll have 23 acres of corn to get planted, which, as long as everything goes well with that 6188, that takes no time. It's going to take more time to move between fields than it is to get anything planted. Yeah, I know you're low on fuel. We're going to rectify that later. Although I didn't think it was that low. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if I hopefully have enough time tomorrow afternoon, as long as it looks like the rain's gonna hold off on Monday, to get that 6.5, 7 acres, whatever it turns out to be, behind Mom and Dad's worked, and then let it dry out, and then Monday after work I can get beans planted back there, and at least there'll be something on the home farm. But anyway, I'm gonna get this fueled up so we can get, or so we can roll. Don't mind the mud. That was from driving through the, we'll worry about that later. I had to drive through a waterway several times, and that's where all the mud came from. Okay, we're finally going. That short fuel stop turned into a long fuel stop because I did not have enough in the truck to fill the tractor, so, but I had to go get fuel for the 66 anyhow, so I went and put fuel in my truck and got diesel and got gas for the 66. So there's fuel for everything at the house now. I really need to get tanks at my house. That's one of the projects for this summer. One of the many projects is to get fuel tanks at my house, so I got diesel and gas there. He's going to be kind of angry with me because it's hot out today. I think I'll just stick to third direct instead of trying to run third over. And so he's not working so hard. never fails. That tree wasn't there when I was out here spreading fertilizer a couple weeks ago, whenever it was, and now there's a tree here. So Dad's bringing me a saw. So I guess I'll work on this half of the field while I'm waiting for him. Can't have any luck, although this time's not as bad as the last time when I hit that owl, but still. I turned around just in time to watch a little fluff ball get kicked up by the finisher, and I hit a baby rabbit's nest. Some of them are alive, some that I think this one here I think is a goner. Its head's all, I think he's done. But I called Shelly, and I guess I doubt the mom comes back for him. Not it's like this, so I guess they're seeing. I don't know if I should just leave that one. I think its front leg is screwed up. I don't know. Well, maybe I just skinned it. I don't know. That one for sure, he's not gonna make it. Something bleeding out of the ear and stuff. This one I'm not so sure on this one. Anyway, I think all but that one's gonna come home with me, and as hard as it's gonna be, I might just stomp on that one and try to put it out of its misery. I don't know what else to do, because it ain't gonna make it. Are you alive, little one? You look like you might be a girl. I mean, you're moving and you're breathing, you're just not overly rambunctious like the rest of your fellow bunnies. So anyway, let me pack up the kids here, and I'll figure out what I want to do with that one. He ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna make it. Alright, I'm gonna leave this here. I got the kids. I probably could have just left them there. Wild rabbits don't generally do too good in captivity, but I couldn't do it. It took me a minute to do them other two that had been hurt. It took me a minute to do them in, but I had to tell myself, it's like they're suffering, you're doing them a favor, just do it. I just wish I had a better way to do it than a boot, but anyhow, we will get things rounded up and go start planting beans, because that field we started yesterday, probably would have planted yesterday, but it'll for sure plant today. Okay, so first things first, we'll look onto the seed wagon and pull it over. You gonna be difficult? Say yeah. It's like it doesn't have fuel at all. And then all of a sudden it's got fuel. I'm beginning to wonder if it's actually an ignition problem, not a fuel problem. Because I've been through the fuel system. So I don't know. But once it's running, it runs fine and it'll start every time. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. Alright, wagon can sit right there. This looks really nice. This looks really, really nice. I wish everything was this dry. But that being said, so far of everything I've worked, there's only been one field today where I was like, maybe I probably shouldn't have been on that one, but it's done now, so. Alright, now we can go back, grab the 66 and drill and get after it. were done at the other field. I moved over here now. That's a fence post. That would not look good in a tire. Let me see if I can get that out of there real quick. I got it stood up and then it broke off about 8 inches in the ground, so at least it's down far enough you can't hit it for now. So anyhow, other field's done. Just got to get this dried down really nice, it looks like. So pitter patter, let's get at her. That's about 15-16 acres done. So this stuff's dry enough and we got a long enough shot here before the next rain that I'm proud. If I gotta see what Dad's got going on tomorrow, if he wants a little bit of seat time, I might have him hop on the 1955 and the color mulcher and run over. Is that a deer? You bastard, get out of here. Right there, right there, asshole. But my dad run the color mulcher over this and roll them down just to seal the ground up a little bit, since we were going into moisture, and beat some of the rocks back down. Oh, there's another one. There's two of them. You need to be shot. Somebody needs to, I don't mind nature, but deer are rats. You're oversized rats. That's all you are. You need to make giant mouse traps that can catch deer. Anyway, I digress. So that's where we're at. I got to get this back to the barn and go get the seed wagon. Those bastards. Anyway, get this back to the barn, go get the seed wagon, and probably call her a night 'cause it's almost 9 o'clock. By the time I get everything around, it's going to be dark on me, and then tomorrow morning we'll get set up and start planting corn, hopefully. Fingers crossed everything goes without a hitch. So that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.